live. Oh, turn that down a bit. We should be live right now. Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo. Today I'm here for another episode of Coffee Talk. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of actually really interesting stuff, including Sony possibly considering crossplay between, for Fortnite between Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 4, and the confirmation that not every single stage, every single past stage from Smash Bros. Will be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and tons of other stuff as well. So how you guys doing? Hello Manual Awesomeness. You're the first comment and like. Thank you for hitting that like button. Oh, you said that like way before we went live. You were here. You've been here a while. Or were here a while. How you doing? If you're still here. They're kind of just like, hey, how's it going? Like a million years before I was supposed to go live. And we're like, why are you not live? Yeah. I kind of let you guys know a little later than I probably should have. Because I was busy right up to like the very end. So yeah. Cadball. Sony considers crossplay so they get more money. Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason they ever would consider crossplay. Because they's greedy. They's greedy people now. Nowadays. But yeah. Hope you guys are having a good day. Kind of waiting for people to come in because I sent the link too late. Should have sent it earlier so people could have more of a notice. So I think we'll get into it, but we'll get into some of the smaller things. Oops, I deleted that tab. Get into some of the smaller topics before we get into the big ones. The bigger ones. So that we can have time for more people to get in here. So, let's start off here. Let's talk about good old Super Bomberman R. This is a game that keeps surprising me because it's a game made by Konami. It's a game that keeps getting updates and fixes and patches and free DLC and all kinds of stuff that Konami should, like, what? Is this even Konami anymore? I'm confused. I thought they were obsessed with pachinko and nothing else, but they seem to be really in on the Switch here with this one game. Good, delicious coffee. So, yeah, and they've updated it again. They've updated it once more. So a new Super Bomberman R update has added 10 new characters, new Metal Gear stages, and more. So the Switch got a very, very large update for this game. 10 characters. Here's a list. You can actually, a lot of them are based off of Metal Gear Solid and Solid Snake. So you got Solid Snake Bomber, you got Naked Solid Snake Bomber, you got Raiden Bomber, you got Bill Bomber, you got Lance Bomber, Vic Viper Zero Bomber, Ayako Katajiri Bomber, these names though, Ebisumaru Bomber, Xavier Woods Bomber, and Max. Who is, what is he, not a bomber? I'm confused. He just says Max. It's like all these crazy names like Ayako Katajiri Bomber, and Ebisumaru Bomber, and Xavier Woods Bomber, and Max. What? But yeah, they added that. They also added some kind of checkpoint rule to the Grand Prix mode, but what that exactly is not specified here. Let me see if I can go further in and try to see what exactly this is. Hey, Robear. It seems like this is not stated, but there is a small trailer that we can watch. Maybe it will tell us how it is. So let's go ahead and watch that. Kaboop. Pause this for just a second. Where'd it go? Here it is. Oh, it's in Japanese. Oof. That doesn't help much. AJ1TM. How you doing?
Super Bomberman R! Super Bomberman R!
Doesn't help at all.
待たせたな。
メタルギア製の仲間がボンバーマンに参戦。
ゲーム開始だ。
グランプリモード。さらにグランプリモードには新マップマザーベースステージが登場。陣地を奪い合う新ルールチェックポイントでますます熱くボンバレ。コナミの人気タイトルから新しい仲間がまたまた登場。
Oof. I thought it'd be in English or something and we could get something from that, but nah. Nah, it's not. No. That is not helpful. But yeah. A surprising update to... Did I just close that out again? Surprisingly big update for a game that I never thought was going to get updates at all, but it has actually had several updates to it. So I'm surprised at how much they're actually like supporting this game. Do any of you guys actually have Super Bomberman R or have played Super Bomberman R? Because I've never played it. I was gonna buy it, but like I didn't because I was low on money, which is like the reason I never buy like any games. I only buy like the biggest, like heaviest hitters like Zelda and Mario and Smash and stuff because I have no more money for anything else. Except like Octopath Traveler, I'll buy that. Even though I consider that a super heavy hitter, I think some would consider it like a AA game. I consider it a big old AAA game because that's just how hyped I am for that game. But yeah, it's getting another update, 10 new characters. It's also really cool if you're in big Metal Gear fan. It seems really focused. It's like you get Snake in Smash, you get Snake in Bomberman R2. So you get just Snake everywhere, which is glad to see. Because his actual games as of late, they suck. Hey Jasper, yo, what you doing? How you be? So, now that we've given people a little more time to get on into here, we're actually going to move on to the Smash stuff. So we're going to go to the ye olde Smash blog. So let's just do a little bit of... A little bit of that. And the last update we talked about was Corin, so we're starting today with Snake. But... I would say that, but there's actually a new music piece we can listen to. So we're going to open the music link in another tab, and we're going to play all while we do the updates. And the new song was Noisy Notebook from Snipperclips. So we're going to listen to that when it comes up. Snipperclips is such an awesome game. It's amazing. But yeah, we got Snake here. Today's fighter, number 31, Snake. Backed by popular demand, Snake brings a ranged fighting style unlike any other fighter in the game. His final smash locks into an opponent and fires 5 homing missiles. So let's... Hold on, Snake boy. So let's watch his trailer. Yeah, look at Snake, my boy. I was like the only one who called him coming back. Out of all the people like on the podcast and stuff, I was the only one. And everyone thought I was crazy. Like, bro, ain't no way Snake's coming back. And I was like, my boy Snake is coming back. Don't you even try to crush my hopes and dreams. So, as per usual, when we view a fighter in their trailer, we also go to the fighters section and find them in here. So he's number 31. So here we go, Snake. Because there is more pictures and info in here. So we can see him right there. Look at that boy. His character model is actually pretty dang good, I have to say. He has pretty good hair effects and everything. Yeah, it looks good. He looks good. In my graphics comparison, I actually compared him to his Brawl version. He looks way better. He's kicking the crap out of Little Mac there. He's got his missiles and rockets there. Oh crap! Not the C4! Bowser Jr. is too dead. I love that he just gets in a box for no reason. He just sits in a box and just like, how's it going? I think that's some meme of Metal Gear, but I've never actually played a Metal Gear Solid game. And you guys played a Metal Gear Solid game? I have never played one. I want to get one. I need to get them, play through them, because I heard they're really, really good. They sound like my type of game too. I've never played one. That's a funny picture. Yeah, there you go. My boy Snake back in Smash. I actually mained him back in Brawl. I thought he was really, really good back in Brawl. So I'm really, really happy that he returned for this one. But yeah, let's move on to the next update. An update for yesterday. The updates come down really late in the day, so we have to review the ones from the day before. And that is the assist trophy, Sukapon. Attacking with his detached fists and feet, Sukapon can even pick up opponents and throw them. So, he's an assist trophy runner, you can see. Kicking the crap out of, or attempting to kick the crap out of Ryu there. Oh, we're about to get into the Snipper Clips music. Oh, this one's interesting. I wonder if that would mean there'd be a Snipper Clip stage. I really hope there's a Snipper Clip stage, dude. That'd be dope. I feel like that almost... I mean, it doesn't confirm one, because I think there's been music from stages, like, from games that don't have stages, but I really want a Snipper Clip stage. And man, we need a Snipper Clip stage in our lives. You see, he picks up Luigi and... Whah! Get out of here, Luigi. You no good anymore. Mario is way better than you, except he's not. Luigi for life. Luigi's #1. He's the best. Yeah. There you go. Sukapon. That's an interesting name. Sukapon. Yeah. That it will do it, I believe, for today's Smash segment. Except, oh, wait. We're actually going to keep playing the Smash. Oh, are you serious? Have you restarted? Fine, just go over here. Because there's another, hold on, there is, Quabam, another Smash topic that is in the title of this video that we're also going to be going over, and that is that Nintendo has pretty much confirmed that not every stage will be returning for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So far we've pretty much had confirmation that 80 plus stages, I think that what the number we know about right now is like 84 stages are pretty much confirmed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and that led many people, including myself, to kind of have hope that every single previous Smash stage would be returning in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. However, this appears to not be the case, because Famitsu had an interview with Nintendo Treehouse, and they even talked to Nate Bildorf and Bill Trinan, two people that... Bill Trinan's pretty high up there. Nate Bildorf's cool. I'm not really sure how high ranking he is, but Bill Trinan's pretty high ranking up in Nintendo America. So they talked to them. Music. I guess that works. It just automatically started that one for no reason. So what they had to say is this. They said not all past stages are going to be in the game, but a whole lot of them will. And I find this very interesting. Keep in mind that this doesn't come from Sakurai, so it's not the developer of the game, but it is people who should know what they're talking about, being Bill Trin and Nate Bildorf. These people have a lot of information. They should know what they're talking about, so I'd imagine that this is true. But yeah. I had a point before I said that, and I don't remember what it is. Oh, I found it interesting that they actually straight up told Famitsu, no, there will not be every single Smash stage in the game. When Game Explain asked them the same question, they were very kind of beating around the bush about it and didn't want to answer, like, completely. They kind of were just like, oh, well, maybe, well, a lot of stages, and oh. And they didn't really answer. Like, I don't know. It's just, I found that odd, but it seems that they're answering now. Kind of a bummer, but as long as we get a Fountain of Dreams and Pokefloats, I'm good. Okay, those are the two you want? Cool. I just want freaking Sector Z, man. Give me Sector Z. Easily the greatest what is it? Great Fox. I think that's the name of the ship. Stage. Like that's the best of that type of stage. Like by far, it was the first one. It's also the best one. They seem to have gone downhill like every iteration with that stage for some reason. I don't know why they kept making it smaller and smaller, but they did, and it was weird. They're crazy. Sector Z, one of the best stages. I love that stage. It's super good. He's come back. So yeah, not every stage coming, which is a bit of a bummer. Because I'm sure there will be a lot of people who are like, oh, my favorite stage didn't get in. But for me personally, like, this is by far, even if it is only the 84 stages we know of right now, that is by far the most stages that I've ever been in a single Smash game. If you actually, I think there might even be even more than that, because if you count the 3DS and Wii U together, there are actually about 80 to 90 stages. I don't remember exactly. Let me look it up. Smash 4 stage count. Where is it? Alright, here we go. Come on, where does it say? I read this the other day, but it's not telling me this time. Where are you? Alright. So yeah, there are 55 total stages in the Wii U one. And how many? Alright, it's not telling me. I don't know why. I looked it up the other day and it told me. I can't find it today. But even, it was around like 90 or so stages. And that's between, you know, when they had to work on a whole new, like, almost graphics engine for the 3DS and the Wii U. So there's a lot more work to be done there. So I could definitely see 100 plus stages for this game. So it's going to be the most stages we ever had in a game by far. So it's gonna be awesome. But even if not every past stage returns, we're getting new stages as well. So I think that kind of makes up for it. I'm just kind of, you know, wondering which stages won't make the cut. Hopefully Sector Z gets in. Otherwise I'm gonna be a bit upset. And there's still the possibility that if not every stage comes back, we might get DLC that makes every stage come back. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Pops Player, what did you miss? So far you've missed the Super Bomber and R free update, which added 10 new characters, 3 new stages, and checkpoint mode to Grand Prix. You missed the Super Smash Bros. Update, which was Solid Snake, a new song, Noisy Notebook, and the Assist Trophy Sukapon. And you missed the fact that not every Smash Bros. Stage will be returning for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So yeah. Yeah, I imagine there would be about 20 plus more that we haven't seen and will come with DLC. I think it could be more than that, to be honest. I think there could be 20 plus more that we just don't know about. And then DLC is like above that. You haven't missed anything on Smash? Smash and Bomberman R. Those are the only 2 things you've missed. Nothing outside of that. No. But we actually are done with Smash. Did I even bring up the Smash thing? I don't even know if I brought up the Smash logo. Where is the Smash logo? There it is. I don't even know if I brought this bad boy up. I always forget Smash to bring up the Smash logo because I have to go to the display. So I always forget to actually put this up before then. But just bask in the glory, I guess, after the topic's done. Just bask in the glory of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate artwork. There we go, there we go. Let's turn this back on. And let's move on to the next topic. And that is, oddly enough, Pokemon Go, which isn't really something I thought I'd, like, ever be talking about again. But I am. Look at that Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is not that good. I actually really I think it's a good game. Like, I kind of wish my phone was activated so that I could actually, like, play Pokemon Go while I'm on a walk. Because I like taking walks and just walking around. I think playing Pokemon Go at the same time would be interesting. But nope, can't do that. But despite it being super popular to hate on Pokemon Go, I actually kind of enjoy it. But Pokemon Go currently has the biggest active player base since summer 2016. So yeah, Super Data Research and VentureBeat have reported that Pokemon Go has its biggest active player base since summer of 2016 when it launched. The revenue for Pokemon Go is up 174% year over year. So pretty much it's got the biggest active player base, and it's making almost the biggest amount of money it's been making since the initial craze when literally like everyone and your grandma was out playing it. Which is great. I mean, this game, it just doesn't want to die. It just won't die. It doesn't feel like dying at all. So yeah, apparently it earned $104 million in May. $104 million in May. Why are people spending so much money on this game, man? That's absolutely insane. Do they have an actual, like, let's see here if they have... Alright, they do not have an exact number on how many people are playing it. But, I mean, still, $104 million, you have a pretty big amount of people playing it. And if it's the highest it's been since the initial launch, when everyone was playing it, that's gotta be a lot of people. So, and we still knew it was making, you know, millions of dollars a month, and they had millions of active player bases, but it's up even after that, the millions. So there's millions and millions of people playing this game still. And I think that's pretty much just because of that new update they had, where they had the, what exactly did they add to that update? I actually didn't really pay attention to it much, because I didn't think it was going to be anything special, and then I saw this and I was like, holy crap. Let's see exactly. Pokemon Go update. Yeah, they added friends and trading. So, let me actually go look up exactly what that does. So, trading is something that I thought would be in the game like a million years ago. And it's, I don't know why it wasn't in earlier, but we got it now. And, which is, it's dumb. Apparently friends have also been added to the game. So those are the two big updates, and that just made like the player count spike. Like, you added friends, you added trading Pokemon, which like is a big part of the game, because Pokemon can only be caught in certain regions of the world. Like, there are some Pokemon, it's like, oh, if you don't go to that region, well, guess what? You're kind of just screwed out of that Pokemon for at least a long time. They do kind of, I think they do kind of migrate around and move around every once in a while, but it takes a long time for that to happen, and you could be waiting months before you're even able to have a chance of catching the Pokemon that you need. And you gotta keep catching these Pokemon to keep leveling up these Pokemon so that you can get an evolution of that Pokemon. Otherwise, you're not gonna get your old Pokedex. So, actually being able to trade is a huge part of the game. But friends, I'm not really sure what that does. So I'm actually gonna read it out here. So as part of this update, you'll be able to make friends with Pokemon Go for very special bonuses. Considering that is actually far more worthwhile to trade with friends, we'll start here. Below will tell you exactly how to make friends within Pokemon Go and the bonus you receive for doing so. So friendship in Pokemon Go acts pretty much the same as it does across all Nintendo platforms via a code. This will likely be displayed on your trainer's profile page, but we'll update this guide with the updates out the exact location. You'll simply provide this code to a friend who can add you via the friends list and your besties for life. Aside from simply having a more wonderful game together, there are actually some gaming benefits to having friends in Pokemon Go. which is you can send gifts to each other. You'll do more damage when raiding attacking gyms together, and receive extra Pokeballs to catch raid bosses with, and trades are cheaper. Wait, trades cost things? Hold, what? Trades cost stuff? What do trades cost? What do trades cost? Let's see. So you can trade at trainer level 10. Okay, cool. You have to be 100 meters from the person you're trading with. That's a little ridiculous. Alright, so you have to actually be, like, with somebody to trade with them. Pretty much, you have to, like, buy them to trade with them. Wait. You can only trade Pokemon that are in both of your Pokedexes? Oh, this is not trading. This is just stupid. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna go over this anymore. Pokemon Go, it's cool. It has 174% up. Why does trades cost money? I don't know. I think it costs like some kind of in-game currency or something. You can only trade. It's Pokemon Go. They're nickel and diamond you to heck. That's why they earned $104 million in a single month. Ah, gosh. Yeah, let's go into the next topic here, though. And this one's pretty obvious, but we're going to talk about Splatoon 2. Just to kind of fully confirm something that I thought was pretty obvious. But Nintendo has confirmed that they have no more plans for a new single-player Splatoon 2 adventure past Octo expansion. So they have confirmed, Hisashi Nogami has confirmed that he and his team have no current plans for more single player premium releases, but he said that could change depending on how well Octo expansion does. But he said further efforts would probably just be shifted to a sequel later on. So, essentially, Octo expansion is it. There's not really going to be another expansion with another single player. I thought this was pretty obvious. At least there's no plans at the moment, and there likely won't be any. I imagine they won't make another single player until Splatoon 3 on the Switch 2. So, I thought this was pretty obvious, but, you know, just to clarify for anybody who thought maybe they'll get another expansion, doesn't seem like it. You wonder if they'll do a Splatoon 3 during the Switch's life cycle? I doubt they'll do a Splatoon 3 until we get some kind of new Switch. Like a Switch 2 or something like that. You know, something with, I think the next Switch will get it. Because I do think there will be a next Switch. I don't think they're just going to be like, oh, you know that hybrid concept we've been doing? That's making us so much money? Nah, let's just screw that. No, I think there's going to be a new Switch. I get this Splatoon thing off the screen. I think there's going to be a new Switch. Wire, who told you could get in the camera? Probably been there the whole time and I didn't notice. But yeah, I imagine Splatoon 3, Switch 2. The Switch 2, I have high hopes for that because mobile technology is speeding up very fast. NVIDIA already has a chip out that is more powerful than the PS4, the base PS4, or around. I can't remember if it's the same, just as powerful, or like almost, it's like around the same power levels or a little bit more than the original PS4. So they already have that on the market, something that easily doubles or more the power of the current Nintendo Switch. And by the time we get a Switch 2, an even more powerful chip should be on the market. So I'm thinking the next Switch is gonna be probably a little bit more powerful. But I don't think it's gonna be like way more powerful than the normal PS4. But I think it's gonna be just a bit more powerful than the normal PS4 right now, because they already have the chip out for that. They already have one out that's around the same power levels or a little more. So by the time the Switch 2 comes out, they'll have a new version of that chip that's super low power. I mean, that one's low power because it's the X architect, so it's like super low power. We'll have it even more low power, and then they'll have that kind of stuff, and we'll get something like that. So that's when I'll see it. Something where we can actually get like a new jump in technology. You want all your stuff back at Wolfden so you can live there and comment on games with the Wolf Boys? Heh. I have no idea what you're talking about. They said the Switch could last up to 8 years. Yeah, they did say that, but I don't think so. To be honest, I really don't think the Switch can last 8 years. I think the Switch brand will last at least 8 years, but I think they'll have a new Switch out in like 4 years from now or so. I think the Switch, the current Switch is probably only gonna last like 4 to 5 years. I think they'll have expansions that will make it last longer, like a 4K dock, or just, I don't know if it'll be a 4K dock, but like a power dock that you can put it in and upgrade the graphics. I think they'll have a new unit. I think the base unit will still survive, and I think you'll be able to use it. I think they'll just have a new unit come out, like the new Switch. I don't think they'll call it that, but they'll have like a new Switch with more power, better battery life, that kind of stuff. And maybe that and the current Switch will last 8 years. But, man, if it lasts 8 years, the power jump between the Switch and the Switch 2 is going to be insane. Because by that time, they'll have something almost as powerful as, like, the PS4 Pro. I'd imagine. We could have, like, 3 teraflops in this thing. It could be insane. 3 to 4 teraflops, man. In a handheld? Oof. That's what's going to happen in 8 years. Yeah, like they did with the new 3DS. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna have a new Switch. I hope they don't call it the new Switch. Maybe they'll call it like the Ultra. I don't know. I think they'll have a new handheld unit though, and I think they'll have a new dock that powers it up to keep it alive, because I think they're gonna wanna keep that for third parties. I think there might be a lot of, if they do a new Switch, I think there's going to be a lot of third-party exclusives on that, like the ones that aren't going to the original. Like, I think every first-party game will work with both, but I could very well see like a lot of third parties being like, yeah, we're only making it for the new Switch. Brandon's got Jeffrey. No idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. The Wolf Boys. Brandon's got Jeffrey. The Wolf. I have no idea what you're talking about, my bro. No clue. But yeah, Splatoon 2 not getting any more single players, or at least there are no more planned at the moment. On to the next topic, and that is another kind of downer, I guess. Let's see here. This actually says Wolfenstein 2, but forget the Wolfenstein 2 and just pretend this is just a Wolfenstein thing. And Panic Button says that there are currently no plans to bring Wolfenstein, The New Order, and Old Blood to the Nintendo Switch. So, yeah. So, Adam Craigton from Panic Button says this. They said, that's a Bethesda, when he was asked whether other Wolfenstein games, like the new prequel or the older one, were going to come to the Switch, and he said, that's a Bethesda discussion. Honestly, it's up to them and Nintendo as to what would work for the platform. I think it'd be interesting to see how the new Colossus received right after it launches at the end of the month, and what Bethesda does from there. As for whether there are any plans to bring them to the Switch, he says not currently, at least not that I know of, but Bethesda may have other plans, and we in the Panic Button side are totally up for anything. So yeah, it does not seem at the moment that they are doing it. At least no work has begun. I mean, obviously Panic Button would know if Panic Button was working on these. They may come later, but as for now, I don't really see them happening if they're not even working on them at all, or don't even know if they will be working on them. Of course, they could be saying this just to say it, and be like, oh, no, we're not working on these, and then totally announce that they've been working on them all along. That is possible. I mean, just look at games like Fortnite, where they said we have no plans to bring Fortnite to the Nintendo Switch, and then at E3 they were like, oh wait, we've been working on this for like months before we even said we had no plans, and yeah, it's totally coming to the Switch. So, yep. Hello, Manual Awesomeness. You were here earlier and then you left. Bethesda doesn't really like remaster. Todd Howard said it himself. Hey. Would this be a remaster, or would it just be a port? It'd be a remaster. I don't know what part of this is a remaster, but okay. It's just a port to the Switch of games that exist on other platforms. But sure. Yeah. So anybody who was hoping that Wolfenstein: The New Order or Old Blood would come to the Nintendo Switch, at least for the moment, there seems to be no plans, and you're just gonna have to buy it on another platform, or at least for now. Maybe we'll get an announcement later on that, hey, wait, actually we were working on this, but it does not seem likely at the moment. We are supposed to be getting a panic button like announcement though in like a month. I think they said they were going to announce a new game in like a month or so. So I expect we'll see a direct as well in a month or so, and I think that's when they're going to announce it. But yeah, I don't know what remaster has to do with literally anything I just was talking about, but maybe it does and I don't realize. But okay. But on to the last topic, and that is good old Fortnite. So Sony says they are looking at a lot of the possibilities for Fortnite crossplay between Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. So, if you guys do not know, and I assume most of you guys do, but I'll go over it anyways, Sony is the only one who does not crossplay with Fortnite. You can play on the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One crossplay. You can play Nintendo Switch PC, you can play Nintendo Switch and mobile. You can play Xbox One and mobile, and Xbox One and PC, and Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. But you cannot play Xbox One to PS4 or Nintendo Switch to PS4. And they're the only ones, they're the odd man out. They do not want to crossplay. And it's even worse than that. If you have a Fortnite profile that is linked to your PlayStation 4, you can never, ever, ever use that profile on the Nintendo Switch. Even though Sony does not own anything to do with Fortnite, or the profile that they are blocking you from, you some reason cannot use that on your Nintendo Switch. It makes absolutely no sense to anyone anywhere, but that is how it is. And they're beginning a crap ton of hate on this, as being, it's odd because they were initially the ones who were the most pro-consumer back when the PS4 launched. Now, they're the least pro-consumer. What made them great at the beginning, what made them do really well, was being pro-consumer. Now, they're the least now that they're on the top, they're the least pro-consumer company of the big three. So, very odd shift there, and something that is not overall good for the image of the PlayStation. But apparently they're doing something maybe about this. So let's read what the CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment had to say. But he said, "We're hearing it. We're looking at we're looking at a lot of the possibilities. You can imagine that the circumstances around that affect a lot more than just one game. I'm confident we'll get to a solution which will be understood and accepted by our gaming community, but at the same time supporting our business." So, what I'm gathering from this is, we don't feel like we can make as much money if we crossplay, so until we can find a way to charge you for crossplay somehow, we probably won't do it. That's what I'm getting from this. You had to make a whole new Switch account, which really annoyed me. You had several stuff on that account. It's nice to see that, even though Nintendo's arguably on top at the moment, they're still staying pro-consumer. Yeah, it is very good to see that. It is very, very good to see that. Yeah, I see this as PR talk. Pretty much they're like, oh man, we don't want people to get mad at us. We're going to say we're trying to find a solution. And they're like, oh, it's harder than you guys think. No, it isn't. If it was hard, then, you know, Nintendo and Xbox would be over here like, oh man, can't do No, it's not that hard. You just don't want to. Nintendo's over here cross-playing with everyone, and they're the fastest selling system in ever. And you're telling me Mr. PlayStation 4 over here with like 70 million units is like, I don't know if we can do No, shut up. Shut up. Shut up, shut up. Stop it. It's lies. I don't believe you. They say they're confident we'll get to a solution which will be understood and accepted by our gaming community, while at the same time supporting our business. But I understand that if they don't do crossplay, it can force people to maybe buy multiple PS4s, perhaps even for a single family, which is good for them, but that's like, no, that's not pro-consumer at all, and it's very bad for your image. Overall, I think if they stop being, they kind of have this mentality that now they're at the top, they can do whatever they want. But every time a company gets this mentality where they're the coolest, hippest console, and everyone loves us, and nobody would ever leave us no matter what we do, you pull a PlayStation 3 off of the PlayStation 2. You pull a Wii U off the Wii. You pull an Xbox One off the Xbox 360. You know, you pull all this stuff. Like, it happens every time a company gets cocky and they're just like, oh, we're the big dogs up in here. We can do whatever we want. We can stop being pro-consumer now that we're on top. And then they just get screwed over. They screw themselves over for the next generation. So, I understand that there is business to be had in the short term for being anti-consumer, but in the long term, you're really just screwing yourself over by being anti-consumer. When every press that is being talked about you is how much you suck. So, I'm just worried that they're gonna come out and be like, guess what, guys? I found a solution to crossplay. If you pay $5 a month, you can crossplay with the Nintendo Switch, and if you play another $5 a month, you can crossplay with the Xbox One. Look at that. That's totally what you guys wanted, right? That's gonna be understood and accepted by the gaming community. Like, I feel like that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, hey guys, you wanted crossplay, right? Why don't you pay for crossplay? That's how life works, right? No, it's not. It's not how life works. So, hopefully they come up... The only solution that is going to be okay is just straight up crossplay. That's just what... Just give us straight up crossplay like everyone else. Like, that's the solution. That's the only solution, Sony. I think they don't realize that... It doesn't feel like they realize that that is the only solution that gamers are really going to accept. Is straight up crossplay for free between all platforms. Because that's what the other companies do. And it's dumb that they don't. So yeah. Hopefully that happens, but at this point, I'm not completely sure that that is how it's going to go. And I'm very worried that they're going to definitely screw something up. But yeah, guys, that is all for... What song is this? Ah, Yoshi's Woolly World. Oh, okay. I knew I recognized this. But yeah, that is all for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this coffee talk. I think they had a lot of very interesting news, whether it was Smash, Fortnite, Wolfenstein, all kinds of stuff we had to talk about today. So we had a very good, packed news day today. So thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and share my channel with all your friends so that they can also check me out. You hope that now every company has, or in the case of PlayStation, learned that pro-consumer really hurts your image. You mean that being anti-consumer really hurts your image, so they will stop? Yeah, I hope so. I feel like that a lot of them have, but the companies are so, they just flip-flop all the time, constantly. So, you know, you can never really trust a company to stay pro-consumer as long as they're on top, pretty much. But yeah, we will be doing a live stream today. I'm not sure what game we'll be live streaming quite yet. But we will be doing 2 Steam giveaways because we actually reached 1,200 subscribers. And so 100, it's been 100, and we do it every 50. It's been 100 subscribers since we did the last one. So we need to actually do 2 Steam game giveaways, excuse me. today, so make sure to stay tuned. We'll be doing one at the beginning of the stream and one at the end of the stream, so stay tuned for that. You get 2 chances to win that, but you can only qualify if you're in the live stream, currently commenting and chatting when we're doing the giveaway. This is the only way that you can qualify for the giveaway, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see all you awesome people later on What About Nintendo. Let me get you the end stream button here. Bye!